Yes, y'all know what it is, man. It's Ern and Iso show. If you don't know now, you know we back at it. The dynamic duo. Your favorite podcaster's favorite podcaster, man. That be us. If you new here, man, we ask that you like, rate, review, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? Video, audio, whatever you viewing us at or listening to us at. You know what I mean? Show us that small love for the big things that we do. But nonetheless, let's get into the pod the way we normally get into the pod, man. How was your week? How was your weekend?
Everything was great, man. I ain't got no complaints. Thank y'all, man. We have been doing exceptionally well. Y'all really like that Barack Obama episode, man. Y'all showed a lot of love on. Y'all really showing us a lot of love, period. Especially on the audio. Now, I mean, the audio has been going up even more. So, I appreciate that because even with like audio is like crazy because audio will be scattered all about. Like you'll be on your stuff will be on websites that you don't even know exist until you Google your podcast and all kind of different websites that got your podcast on it. But y'all still like our numbers are still going up on the majors, Spotify, Apple, what is it, iHeart,
Yeah.
Amazon. Yeah, Amazon.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it? I'm gonna say the name right. Odyssey, something like
Odyssey,
that.
Yeah, Odyssey. We
That,
do
you know what I mean? So all the major ones people listen. So and you know I ain't gonna. You know what I mean? Shout out to the smaller ones too. That you know y'all ain't even supposed to have our stuff, but y'all got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't mad at that.
Listen, man.
I ain't mad at that too much.
They always say you that consistency is the key, and I can really, we are really a testament to that. Like, cause I always say, man, the pod got a life of its own, and the pod put us in the position that we were supposed to put in. Because if y'all go back further, it used to be when we was trying to figure out the lane or where we was at. It used to be I would show up and we were like, yo, we just gonna talk about this, and I'll do that. That was like the unnatural progression of what we did. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing certain shit, Iso doing certain shit. Now it's kind of Iso handle the content because he more tapped in with certain things than I am. Sometimes he brings shit to me. I'm like, yo, I ain't even know nothing about that. But I'm gonna let you talk until I can get some information and I can, you know what I mean, be vocal in the shit into the topic. So I think right now where we at, man, like this is the natural progression of the podcast. So we are where we supposed to be at. Consistency, you know what I mean? Consistency will put you where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Before we get off into what we're gonna get on to, we was just talking off the mic about the whole everybody starting people, especially people from here in Philly, people starting to jump on Cam Newton about. A lot of people are saying things about Jalen Hurts, but everybody's especially jumping on Cam Newton for saying that about, you know, the team and, you know, he benefits from the team. I'm like, Cam Newton is entitled to his opinion of how he feels. He's talking about the sport. And then he's also talking about a sport that he also played on a high level.
True.
So it's all right that he has an opinion. Now, some people don't agree with the opinion. Some people do agree with it, some people don't. Especially people here in Philly, a lot of us, we all don't. But that's because Jalen Hurts is our guy.
True.
So that might be subjective. We might not be able to look at it and be objective about it. You know what I mean? The way he or some other people might can. But the man is entitled to speak on football. That's what he does.
True.
You know what I mean? He is a media personality that specializes in sports, especially football. And he also played football at a high level. So it's all right, man. It's not as big a deal as everybody making it seem like, why would you say that? And then they keep turning to, oh, he's a black man criticizing another black man. He's speaking about football. I don't think that Cam means Jalen Hurts any like ill will. You know what I mean? Because you think, well, they two black quarterbacks, so he shouldn't say that. That's what everybody. I keep hearing that from people. He's just saying his opinion about football.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's to me that's all it is, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
That's all it is. And you know, the whole Jalen won the Super Bowl and Cam didn't. That's true.
Yeah.
But you got the majority of people who quick to say that about Cam. Oh, ain't none of us make it to the league, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, the man might have a little bit more insight on what he's talking about. Yeah. Like I said, it ain't that. It's not that deep. It's sports, man. It's not that deep, man.
My thing is, and this not even with Cam though. I believe that people that make that take, let's be consistent. Because I was arguing with somebody. First I love sports talk. I mean, expansion team coming back soon, y'all. I mean, so Iso and Woods. You know what I'm saying? Getting y'all betting books ready because I mean the season will unfold and the expansion team be back soon. But what I told somebody, and I was just debating about it, I'm like, if that is the narrative we're gonna push, then we gotta say Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback of all time. Because if we're gonna say that we're gonna discredit you because of the talent that you have, why can't we credit you for the lack of talent that you have? Lamar got 2 MVPs. You know what I'm saying? With a lack of talent. So why can't we credit him for that? You know what I mean? We call Patrick Mahomes the greatest, which he is. But Patrick Mahomes played with one of the best tight ends of all time. And when he was lighting shit up, he played with Tyreek Cheetah. So that's all I'm saying. That's going to be the narrative that we can't give him all the credit because look at the squad he got. Well, look at the squad Lamar got. And he got 2 MVPs under his belt. Then we got to bump him up higher than what we think he is then. You know what I mean? That's all. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. But yeah, I respect everybody's take. I like debating period because it's just the fun of the nature that comes with whatever we doing. If it's hip hop, sports, entertainment, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? I just enjoy the conversation. So I don't discredit nobody's conversation. Everybody got a point of view, and it is what it is. This shit is all subjective at the end of the day.
God damn, man. So you going to Baltimore people upset with you so you talking about their team. So you saying their team ain't no good? It's just
fam. Do you see their talent?
Listen. I'm not from Baltimore. Baltimore people, Baltimore people gonna be upset with us because Baltimore and Philly is basically the same city.
True.
The only difference is the street signs look different.
True.
If you look away the street signs, Baltimore and Philly, you barely be able to tell the difference until somebody open their mouth and they talk with an accent and we don't.
Yeah. We are. No, we are. You're right. I agree with you on that.
So we basically like twin cities. The only difference is the street signs look different.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
Shout out to Baltimore. But, they just now started getting a squad with Derrick Henry. And, you know what I mean? Certain things is up in the air with their receivers, too. They you know what I mean? They've been scrambling trying to get receivers to help Lamar out. Even with and without that, he's still been MVP. He's been showing y'all that I'm consistent at what I'm doing. I just don't got the pieces around me to get over the hump. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So people, okay. Let's get into this before we get into the topic. People feel like the team that's getting built up around him. It says something, I can't remember who said it though, about he's like part of a group instead of being like the main thing and then the team. And I'm thinking like, isn't that the point, is to build the whole team around your quarterback? You have a decent quarterback, you got a good quarterback.
True.
So I don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'd rather him be. You don't want to give him credit because you feel like the team is like a team that you could just plug any decent quarterback in and see success because the rest of the team is that good. Which shout out to the Eagles, which is that organization with it, which is they build good teams and have been building good teams since the 90s at this point.
Yeah.
So he will have to be Tom Brady on the Patriots for y'all to give him the respect of what, you know what I mean?
Right.
Where you have to be like that good. And then your team, everybody think that your team isn't as good. You're just that good of a quarterback.
But we've only seen that one time with Tom Brady. Nobody's ever took mediocre pieces and won multiple Super Bowls with him. You know what I mean? Who else can we say did that? Peyton didn't even do that. There's nobody we can put on a level to say that you had these mediocre pieces that probably nobody would want. And you won a Super Bowl with them. No offense to them dudes, because like you said, they play in a sport that I can't play. You know what I'm saying? No, we've never seen that happen. But we expect everybody to do that. And we saw what happened when Jalen got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Kenny Pickett ain't even here no more. We saw what happened when Kenny Pickett came in. So we can't say you put anybody in there to do that. Well, how come that wasn't the narrative when Donovan was here? We gave Donovan all the credit of being like, yo, he like one of them ones. We went to the playoffs with Ty Detmer. We went to the playoffs with Jeff Garcia. When Donovan dropped out, we still was making playoffs. But we never discredited him like, yo, you put anybody in there, they'll still be successful because of Andy Reid. So now Patrick Mahomes has Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, and he had Cheetah. But we don't take that into consideration and say, like, that could be why he's the best. No, we don't. We just, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Let's be consistent across the board. Everybody got pieces. That's the name of it. Everybody got pieces. You know what I'm saying? San Francisco 49ers they had multiple pieces. Everybody got pieces. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. Our GM just better than others. Because before we got Saquon, what was the talk? Yo, even though they got Saquon, I don't see nothing happening. He beat up. He old. Skip Bayless is saying this. Nick Wright was saying that. I don't see no change in him. They ain't gonna be different. I ain't impressed. Then he had one of the best seasons of his life. It's like they did that because of Saquon. You told me going in he wasn't.
Yeah, now. Now they have a super team. So
yeah, like what you told me going in.
So the same team that you said wasn't going to be a super contender.
Right.
Now we have a super. Now we have a super team. We have all Madden team.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
All Madden team now. So now it ain't Jalen. They got a super team over there now.
Dog.
You know what I mean?
Jalen Hurts is the best piece for the squad that we got. It's like he don't let shit bother me. We can have a Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow could be like, yo, AJ want me to press and give him the ball. Certain other teams that just can't handle the shit that he going through. Bro, he got a multitude of talent and a multitude of egos. And he show up every day the same way. You don't see him rattle at all. That's a skill. Like, he don't be like, yo, AJ bitching, I gotta give him the ball. In his mind, like, yo, bro, chill out. We winning, this is what we gotta do. And he followed the same pattern every time. It is what it is, man. That's a skill. That's a skill. Yo, y'all got the best defense, though. The reason Joe Burrow ain't make the playoffs, their defense was the worst. It's crazy because we went from last to first. So last year we had the worst defense. We still made the playoffs. Now, like, we don't put that into consideration when we talk. We had the worst defense last year. We still made the playoffs with them. We lost the first round, but we still made the playoffs with that squad. A squad where Saquon wasn't here. We made the Super Bowl where a squad where Miles Sanders was the number one running back. Shout out to him, though. I ain't going to discredit him. That's just who Jalen is. I'd take him over anybody any day. For this team. You know what I mean? For this team, I'd take him. I don't need nobody that's ego-driven. You know what I'm saying? That's worried about what the people saying. Because that shit don't bother him. It is what it is.
Yeah, man. I understand, the need for content, the need to say something for views and all that. I think that's where most of this comes from. What are we going to actually talk about when you cut these cameras on? Right. We need something to talk about. Yeah. That's why the whole thing is Jalen Hurts and the Eagles and Shedeur Sanders. Yeah. You telling me ain't nothing else going on in the NFL? No, I agree. No, we got to talk about whatever we feel like is going to get us the most views. Yeah. And the most watchers. That's all it is. No, you right. You 100% right with that. You know how you right. Because first off, I do watch these sports shows because like I said, I love the sports show. I enjoy sports. I love the sports debate. First take was on the drink like Patrick Mahomes isn't 99 on John Madden. This was the take. He's not 99. This is egregious. Why would he? It's a video game. Like it's a game, but that was the conversation though. Like you said, it's the need for content and whatever we can talk about. Let's just talk about it. Yeah. Yeah, so I agree with you. Yeah, because they're going through. I said first take. My bad. I'm with the ESPN. I mean Fox Sports joint with Kevin Hart. I mean Nick Wright. Yeah, man. So that's all it is, man. I agree with you. You know what I mean? And a lot of them traditional sports like channel like ESPN and all that, who they more like traditional. They trying to keep up with the times. True. Because right now is the dynamics of this is changing. It is. You know what I mean? You got people who watch people on the internet before they cut on the ESPN or Fox Sports at this point. True. You're right about that. They looking on their phone for what they want to watch before they turn them on. So things have changed. Yeah, you're right. It definitely had changed, man. But shout out, man. Listen, man, the Eagles winning. Shout out to the rings, man. We got the rings with the wings, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's crazy. Rings with the wings, man. Oh, that's crazy. I mean, so them rings look ridiculous. So, Yeah, that's wow. Man. But yeah, I just wanted to say that, man. Everybody jumping on, and to me, that's how I think. Okay, Cam's a media personality. He gonna have his takes on football.
Mm-hmm.
It's what it is, man.
Yeah, it is.
That's what it is. He gonna have his takes on. He gonna have his takes on football.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot be. To me, that wasn't that bad. Or now I can't talk. I can't say nothing. I was a black quarterback, so I can't say anything about another black quarterback.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So now you mixing everything all up, and then now, well, what we gonna talk about it all then? We ain't gonna talk about football. We ain't gonna talk about football at all because a lot of the players are black. So
right.
A black man can't talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just saying that because that joint like it's getting a little too deep, man. It's sports, man.
Yeah.
It's sports, and I don't think you mean no ill will toward Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, but
Jalen Hurts probably don't feel like that.
We take sports like we take hip hop. If you don't agree with us, then you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You have to agree with us. This is why when you think about it, the only people in the hip hop, the only people that's really loud about yo we back is the old motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
The young people still listen to their same music.
Right.
They just like all right. Y'all feel like y'all back, I want to be loud. Okay, the people that I listen to is still drop music. I want to listen to them.
Right. We're still doing their numbers. Yeah, we came and took something over. Yeah, we showing, yo, man, son, showing your age.
Yeah, like,
we back.
Like, yo,
motherfuckers still doing the same numbers and listening to the same people they've been listening to.
Right.
You like, all right, OG, all right.
Yeah, but they running with it though.
All right, go turn it up in your tape deck.
Right.
Right. Buying fucking physical copies. Those niggas buy. You know what I mean?
Yo.
I got the physical copy. You know what I mean? They still listen to what they want to listen to.
Yeah.
Ain't fucking paying us no mind. We really think that just to make ourselves feel better.
Right.
Yeah, we back. Huh? And that young boy and them niggas still doing numbers, man.
Yeah, crazy numbers. Crazy
They don't
numbers.
care what we talking about.
Hey.
They don't care what we listening to.
They don't.
Oh, let me start this too before we get into the topic. Everybody's going off about Cardi B doing Imaginary Players over again. The Jay-Z song Imaginary Players over again. Some people are outraged. Some people felt like she did a decent job at it.
Decent? Nigga, she said it's like the glory hole. You don't know who you getting fucked by. It's like, yo, dog, she killed that shit. She killed that shit.
Yeah. So,
like, yo, she killed that shit.
Yeah, so, I mean.
They just outraged because who she talking to.
Who she talking to?
Huh? Ain't she talking about Nicki in there?
I don't know.
Oh, all right. That's the clues I get. I thought she was talking about Nicki.
I'm assuming. I don't know. So if it is, then. But I thought that she did a decent job on the record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I guess that people just, I don't know, the hip hop purists just feel like, no, she shouldn't have did that. And, you know, why she do that over again? So I'm like, all right.
Why do you think they say she shouldn't have did that?
Because
of whose song it is?
Because you fucking
with... Go ahead, dog. I already knew that shit, so I'm like, everybody's upset about whose song it is.
Right.
Why she do that, yo? That joint don't need to be touched.
Yeah. That's what everybody's saying. Some things need to be just left alone. Your dad, from what I hear, your dad said it was okay. Your father said it was okay.
Yo.
From what I hear, he gave his blessing.
Yeah, right? Dog, they upset about that.
Your father, Jay-Z, from what I hear, gave his blessing for her to do the record. Which that might be it, because wasn't Nicki just going at Jay and with Rock Nation and all that?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I heard the record. I think the record is decent. All right, everybody's not gonna rap like I said. Yeah. She had some slick lines in there.
She did.
She had some slick lines in there. Okay, like I say, everybody's not Jay-Z, everybody's not Nas, everybody's not KRS-One, everybody's not. But she had some slick lines in there. It was okay. It was all right.
Yeah, she did.
So.
And I ain't gonna lie, I never liked that song.
Imaginary Players?
Dog, that shit was just like a sideline diss at Mace. Like, them niggas ain't even worrying about you. You just took the shot at him and it came out of nowhere, like left field. But I understand, because hip-hop is like, let me redirect the energy. This nigga over here taking off. Let me redirect the energy and show these niggas who he is. Or who I think he is, or who I can create him to be in y'all mind. That's where that shit came from. You can't tell me at that time Mace wasn't bigger than Jay. Mace was bigger than Jay at that point. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's before Harlem World even came out.
That's true.
So let me take this shot, redirect the energy, get them focused back on what I need them focused on. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yo, Jay had us question shit that I thought was dope. That nigga said, them ain't Rolex diamonds, what the fuck you done to that? I thought it affected me, he bust that shit down was thorough. Remember we used to think like, he bust the whole joint down. But then Jay said like, no, I just need my shit factory. Niggas start saying that. No, I just need my shit. I don't even touch it.
Yeah, because,
yo,
listen, man.
Yo, come on, man. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, just to sway people's opinion.
Yeah.
So when he was ahead of the time, I mean, yeah, doing that was dope. But then also the whole thing of Jay being like, yeah, those not Rolex diamonds.
Yeah.
Because it didn't come like that from the factory.
Right.
You didn't get something that came from the factory. They had to, you know what I mean? A jeweler had to do that shit after the fact. So it would say, those ain't Rolex diamonds, what the fuck you done to that?
Right.
So it was kind of like trying to like rain on his parade, even though he did some shit that was thorough.
Yeah.
That people thought was dope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That a lot of people thought was dope. And then, you know, I got to change the narrative of mine. So I leave mine plain Jane, which to me, I'm talking about from somebody that has learned a lot from people in the jewelry business and stuff like that.
You devalue it when you do that.
You do devalue a watch.
Yeah.
If it doesn't come factory right. Meaning like the company that made the watch did that.
Right.
Just like some people have watches that are bust down meaning the diamonds cover the whole watch.
Yeah.
From the factory, those are specially made. Certain people in life, you know, a lot of them oil people, them oil sheiks and all that from over on the other side of the world, they get their watches specially made like that from Rolex.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, he said those ain't Rolex diamonds. The fuck you done to that? Maybe. Yeah. That sound like I had to throw that in there just because he kind of like outshined me with that shit, and I didn't think of that first.
Right.
Or some shit like that first.
Yeah.
Because did you ever see Jay with an iced out watch? It's a completely iced out watch.
I don't know. I'm saying no. I'm saying I don't know. I'm saying no. I don't know.
See what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Because Jay didn't wear a lot of jewelry.
No.
Like they'll show now that he'll have the one watch, but the one watch would be like worth like $1 million.
Right.
But you wouldn't know that until they like explained it to you. But he never like he didn't jump on I need a whole bunch of chains and a whole bunch of rings and a watch and everything have diamonds already on it.
Right.
He wasn't the one that really ever kind of like did that.
Yeah. No, he didn't.
He was like very, very subtle with how he did his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Rockefeller piece. That's
yeah.
You know what I mean? Then one time, then he had like the Star Wars, like the Star of David. He had that joint on, I think.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he kept it very minimal.
Yeah, but yeah, man.
I think a lot of OGs, you know what I'm saying, from that era did that too, cause like Dame was never like out here million chains on and shit like that. Dame kept shit like quiet too. As boisterous as we look at Dame, he wasn't out here like all jewed up. Rockefeller piece. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, the other piece, the angel pieces that, you know what I mean, he said that he designed himself, which was like small.
Yeah.
He ain't go like egregious with them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, but to me, that's when I'm gonna keep it real. Well, I might as well just keep this episode going. This episode's gonna be all over the place at this point. That always looked corny to me though.
What?
Somebody just had a ton of goddamn chains on.
Okay.
That looked corny to me.
I feel you.
It did. That shit looked kind of corny to me. I never liked that.
No, I feel you.
Because you come from that, you could just have one dope. Because you know, always had like, you would see somebody like, all right, Big had Jesus pieces on, which now you know from your history and people making content and people like Instagram old pictures. A lot of street dudes back in the day, that's where the Jesus piece came from.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? Now, the first person I ever seen with a Jesus piece was Ghostface.
Okay.
Now, but we was younger then, and we didn't know that it came from the street, because it was a dude. I don't know if he's Dominican or Puerto Rican. But it's like a picture. I don't know if the guy's Puerto Rican or Dominican, but people won't know what I'm talking about. Some hip hop barbershop people know what I'm talking about. It's like a picture of like a Latin dude with Mike Tyson, and he got a Jesus piece on. But they say the picture is from like 91, 90 and 90. It's from like the early, it might be the late 80s or early 90s, something like that. Some people won't know the picture I'm talking about. And him like Mike Tyson, and he had like a Jesus piece on. So I was like, damn, okay, so that came from, dudes in the street before that.
Mm-hmm.
On like, like how like the Wu-Tang had like, they just had like the one chain.
Yeah.
Raekwon had Tarantula. The white gold tarantula.
Ghost had the motherfucking eagle.
Know what I'm saying? He came here.
He had the eagle.
He had the eagle on his arm. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, them type. Know what I'm saying? And then once it got like super extra, and I'm gonna keep it on real. Once it got like I'm super extra jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this is just my opinion. All right. To me, lyrics went down and everything else went up. Style went down, like substance went down and style went up. You know what I'm saying? Like you got niggas that's ABC rapping, but they got a world full of jewelry on. They overcompensate for the fact that they ABC rap. To me, it just seems like that just go hand in hand. I gotta have super amounts of jewelry on because I'm not getting you. I'm not getting you with my substance. I'm getting you with my style. You see what I'm saying? And then you had some dudes that just had the one goddamn chain on.
Right.
And a watch, a ring,
right.
Or they had a medallion or a gold rope, but they could rap their ass off. Then when it came to, all right, some people probably felt like, I can't rap like that. I'm not going to get people attention like that.
Right.
And then that's when all this fucking big ass, all these goddamn shit up your arms, you got 2-3 fucking bracelets on and all that extra shit. But you always notice that it was always with somebody that you probably, that I always probably first personally feel like, this nigga can't really rap though.
Right.
I mean, going and do you is not for me. I ain't gonna buy it. Somebody gonna buy it.
But didn't Slick Rick do that shit early on?
Slick Rick was the first person to have, he had like a bunch of gold on.
Right.
And he was the only person that had a bunch of gold on like that. Like what's like Mr. T type shit.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? But could rap. But he's like the only person with it. Everybody else didn't do it.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody didn't do it. Yeah.
Everybody else didn't do it. He did it a lot.
Yeah.
He did it a lot. But nobody else really did it like that.
Right.
And then now you fast forward and you just had everybody doing it. Like everybody got jewelry on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dog, y'all, some of these people just can't, to me, can't rap for shit. Now, like I say, my opinion is my opinion. It don't matter, whatever. I mean, what you doing works, and what you doing is helping you feed your family and change your life, man, go ahead. But I can sit there and tell you, I'm not a fan of everybody. I'm not a fan of everybody. Some people just can't rap to me and I ain't got no interest.
True, I feel you.
And this came with just everybody just got a world full of jewelry on, and I'm like, dog, we all got jewelry on to all look the same.
Right.
So now all y'all look the same. So now, like I say, it might be an age thing. We can barely tell anybody apart.
True.
So you thinking that shit make you stand out? Now you look the same, like a nigga that got a whole bunch of chains around your neck.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, to me, that was always flyer than having like the one piece around your neck that was dope was always flyer than me than having all this shit than somebody just having a whole bunch of chains around their neck.
Yeah, I feel that.
It just always did to me.
Right, I feel that.
You know what I mean? So
that is some new shit though. Like, cause when I think about the artists that we grew up with, I can't really think of an artist that really was doing that shit at that time.
What?
Wearing like a multiple chains.
Yeah, because people really didn't do that. You might have seen somebody with one chain on.
Right.
One medallion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Chain with like one medallion.
And the one thing I didn't like was how motherfuckers was like on some old cross branding shit. Motherfuckers be having like chains on with no affiliate. Well, that we knew of, no affiliation. Like certain motherfuckers had rock pieces. I'm like, fuck, you got a rock piece on? Cause certain shit to me was like sacred. If you got a rock piece on, that means you was with the rock. But now it's like you bumping a motherfucker. Everybody got a Rockefeller piece. You know what I'm saying? So that one thing I kind of didn't like. I thought that certain things was synonymous with the people that was with the group.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I just in my mind, I associated that shit was bad. If you had a Death Row piece, you was a Death Row. You had a Bad Boy joint, you was with Bad Boy. Rockefeller shit like that. But then you pop up, motherfuckers be having Rockefeller pieces and she like, what the fuck? How you get a Rockefeller piece? But yeah, that's the only thing that kind of bothered me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit kind of bothered me because that shit, yeah.
Yeah. See. Yeah, certain I'm like, I don't. It is what it is. I'm not trying to not. This, like I said, this is just how I feel. This is my opinion. My opinion ain't gonna stop nobody from going out there and trying to do whatever you gotta do to try to change your life and eat. Yeah, you may not be the best rapper in the world. You may make something that somebody else loves. I may think of it and just say, he really can't rap because I ain't gonna hold you. It's some songs that are a bop to me that they not really saying, they saying damn near nothing in the record. So I understand why some of it works.
Right.
Because some of it works on me. You know what I mean? It's not just everybody rapping and just spitting a whole bunch of bars. That's the only thing. No, it's some stuff that's a bop to me that I'm like, when you break it down, he ain't really say nothing, but it's a bop.
Right.
It's very, very elementary.
Right. Is that an East Coast thing?
Or what?
But that's just style over substance.
What you
Because
mean?
we always got to show the cars, the jewelry, the money before the lyrics. No? Because down south, they don't do that.
No.
West Coast, they primarily don't do that either.
No.
Up here, we got to have the best cars, the best jewelry.
No.
All right, go ahead.
No, you getting it backwards. East Coast feel like we are substance over style.
We feel like that, yeah.
That's how we feel. We feel like everybody else is not good enough. You have no business rapping if you're not from here.
I understand. We feel like that,
but we don't do all that as much as you go. Cause remember remember the DVD days?
Yeah.
Every fucking down south rapper had 1 million chains on. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't really do all that up here. And ours was have a new car. They things was fixing up old cars.
Yeah.
Like it was people that's up here that was corny to them.
Yeah, I agree.
When he went down south, like yo, these motherfuckers got these old,
these box Chevys and shit.
These old ass cars.
Yeah.
When we young people, we be like, yo, man, that shit corny. Because up here, the whole thing was get whatever's new.
True.
The newest thing, that's what you get.
True.
Down there, and then the West Coast was fix up an old car.
Right.
That was their main thing. They had Mercedes Benzes too, but not like here. They worship that shit. You had to get a Mercedes Benz, a Lexus. That's why people ain't start fucking with Master P till he started showing off cars. Showing off new cars. Yo, you see him with the white Lexus, and you just said that down south shit was corny. No, he had the Lexus in the joint, the white Lexus, that shit crazy. Right, because now you gonna listen to him because he drive a car, type of car that niggas up here is driving in the street.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, our thing is East Coast elitists. If you ain't from here, you ain't got no business goddamn rapping. That's how people think.
Mm-hmm.
What business do you have rapping? Like, you ain't come from the damn struggle. You just not from here. So the second that you're not from here, and then you're not rapping like somebody from here, I don't want to hear it. It's country. I can't understand your words, what you saying. Your slang, your lingo is off to us because we don't understand. You ain't got the same slang.
Right.
Just like everybody's talking about the music that Metro Boomin put out.
Mm-hmm.
When he said, yo, we need to get back to some regional music. I understand what he mean because the internet has made everybody look the same and sound the same.
Mm-hmm. When
that was the best thing about when I was younger and you watch Yo on TV Raps or watch Rap City. When you watch somebody, when you listen to somebody and you watch their video and they was from a different part of the country than you. So they did not wear everything that's the style here was not the style necessarily the style there. And vice versa. So yeah, they dress different. You know what I mean? Their music sound different. The type of beats they might have rapped over sounded different. The way they flowed sounded different. Because from a different part. Now everybody wants to look the same. That's part of the reason why it's looking like all y'all dress and look the goddamn same now. No matter where you from. So I understood why Metro Boomin was like, yeah, man, we need to get back to that. Yeah, because now I'm trying to keep up with all y'all sounding, everybody sounding the same because of the damn internet. Everybody sounding the same and everybody looking the same. You can't tell where a motherfucker's from. Everybody trying to have designer on from goddamn head to toe. You can't tell where it is from. Before you better look at somebody. You like, where you from? You can tell you from the West Coast the way you dress. You know what I mean? Because it's certain various styles. I remember when people used to be able to tell where you from by the sneakers you wore. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Mm. You could tell down something because he got Reeboks on. You know what I mean? You could tell he from Baltimore, DC, because he had New Balances on. And he ain't wear Nikes. He only wore New Balances.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's wearing Chuck Taylors over there on the West Coast. He's wearing over here wearing Air Force Ones everywhere. That's all you sneakers you wore was Air Force Ones. Yeah. They tell you the East Coast dude, all you got is Air Force Ones. I mean, I remember going other places and niggas will tell you they ain't never had a pair of Air Force Ones. Well, I could tell you from the East Coast. Where you from? New York? No, I'm from Philly. Damn near the same thing.
True.
But, you know, I mean, it's like, I understand that time going, like I say, time go on, we gonna get old. People get older, and I understand the demographic. People say the demographic of hip hop. I somewhat understand what that means. The people that's gonna push them forward is gonna be the people that's a little younger than us. Even though you're gonna always listen to it,
yeah, we're
not gonna be the focal point of it. Once time goes on, it's a moment in our lives. It's like years of our lives where we are the focal point because that is something that we focused on, and our main thing is listening to it, going to trying to go to concerts if you can, and that being all about, and you just get older, and that's not the most important thing. Hearing somebody's album is not the most important thing in the world. Right. To me at the age the way it was when I was 16. It's just not. So you got, I mean, like I say, I don't knock it. I can't knock it off because I'm not gonna say act like everything was just super out of this world, you know, superior. No, it was some. If you go back and some songs was goddamn trash back then to me. So I'm not one of them people that act like, yo, our time was the best time because everything that ever came out was top notch. No, it was some fucking goofy shit that came out. It was.
There's a lot of goofy shit that came out.
You know what I'm saying? It was.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that leaked through.
So, I can't. It's just that now it's more, to me, it's like, I understand the dynamics have changed because people keep saying, there ain't no money in music. No.
There's a lot of money in music.
Yeah, it's a lot of money in music. They just figured out the way that they gonna continue. They figured out how to continue to not pay artists.
Right.
They just figured that shit out. Trust me, if there's no money in music, you'll hear about these record companies closing their goddamn doors.
True.
Because for it not to be no money in music, the record companies is still open, right?
Right.
They just hitting y'all with the, it ain't nothing in here. A stream is this, a stream is only this, the artist only getting that. Record company probably doing just fine because you don't hear about them talking about, yo, we about to close after being open for 100 years. Do you hear any of that? The music business made sure they took care of they're going to take care of themselves and they're going to survive.
Right.
They're going to make sure of that.
You know, Spotify and Apple Music and all of these other streaming sites are going to make sure of that too. Because we need your music for the audience out here.
Yeah, so
they're going to take
gotta
care of
do.
the music companies.
So yeah, it's music in it. They just don't want to pay y'all.
True.
They just figure out a way that they can still make their money and don't pay y'all because when people are buying these damn songs and people are paying these apps.
Right.
Remember when people used to buy videos?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where all that money go? Some of y'all some of y'all older people is probably in the same damn been in the same contract for years before everything went online. So some of that, so the way they making money, is that even in y'all contract? All this digital stuff and how things is digital now, is that even in y'all contracts?
Right.
Y'all contracts, some of y'all contracts is probably still based on physical copies. Probably. So, and that hip hop shit, man. Listen, but things is changing anyway, man. The dynamics is changing. Streaming is now the thing that the kids is like attracted to now. They want to meet the streamers, be around the streamers. And now it's just the dynamic is changing. You know what I mean? Why should I try to be a rapper where I gotta try to hopefully make some songs that everybody's gonna like to be able to, and then be able to get out there on the road and tour, and everybody gotta like me enough, and I gotta do all this running around trying to make money. When if they like me as a stream, I could sit in the house and everybody gonna come to me.
True.
Advertising sponsors and everybody's going to come to me. And I'm gonna make more money than probably the artists that you make because you need a hit record for people to care about you.
True.
People care about me sitting in the house. If you ain't got no hit record that you gonna go around, people want to hear, and you gonna run around the world performing, you ain't got a chance of making no damn money down there. And people gonna pay me because everybody be like watching me sit in the house.
Right.
These companies gonna come and say, here, you put this goddamn soda right here on the table, and I'm gonna pay you this much money, so people can see the can of soda I'm selling. They gonna come to you. So that the dynamics of everything is changing right now, but it's still money in entertainment. That's why you see everybody running around trying to give a crack at podcasting. Trust me, if it was no money in it, you wouldn't see everybody jumping in trying to do it.
Yeah, it's money in it, but I think people still don't understand the long-term value of it within like ownership. Everybody just want to get in and sign a licensing deal with somebody. They want to sell the rights to it because they're looking at there. So many people do it. So they still don't understand the fact of if I do it independently, and this is how much I can go to an advertiser and demand I want because my audience is this. I think we don't never try to understand the business aspect of something. We just see people and, yo, such and such just signed a deal for 3 years for $20 million. Oh shit, I can do that. Everybody looks at the money that we can get from signing the licensing deal and just giving your rights away to somebody. We don't understand the business aspect to even inform the next person.
Yeah, because most people are worker bees in life.
True. Yeah.
Most people have the worker bee mentality.
True. You're right.
I will take a check from somebody.
Yeah.
So I'm used to giving somebody something for a check.
Yeah.
Something of mine for a check. When you punch a clock, you're giving your time. You know what I mean? Here, I'm going to give you my property.
Right.
I'm going to give you my intellectual property, and you give me a check. There people are used to that, but at the same time, I mean, you trying to own something, and then two, to own something, it got to be good. And I mean, most businesses fail.
True.
So it's like you might be trying to build something that you might be better off just taking a check and dipping in and out, because you might not make it long term anyway. People might not care enough.
True.
So like people say, you gonna own 100% of nothing?
Yeah. It always boggled my mind why the heavyweights never came together and just said like, yo, we gonna create our own streaming platform to see what it is that we can make off of this. Like you probably you figured, I don't know what I was thinking about this like a little while ago. Like if Def Jam, and I'm talking about these black owned, you know what I'm saying? Well, Def Jam ain't black owned no more.
Well, you gotta understand that the real owners of most of this stuff not black people anyway.
Sure, that's what I'm about to say.
So
yeah.
you think in the lines of a black man,
right?
And most of these companies is not owned by black men, so you're not thinking like us.
Right.
We thinking to try to own something that's because we associate it with being black.
True.
But it's not owned, just like a lot of HBCUs and all that.
Yeah.
They not ran. A lot of them is not ran by black people.
True.
Like a lot of them is not even. You thinking it was founded by a black person and it wasn't. Like
right.
A lot of stuff was founded by white people.
Right.
It's a HBCU, but you know what I mean? It was started by a white person.
Right.
So stuff like that. So a lot of stuff we all like to think, well, how come they didn't do this? Because a person that owns that is not black. So why would they care to do that? Things are good the way it is.
Right. 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 Exactly. Yeah. Things is good for them the way it is. Yeah, you're right. And we'll never rock the boat. Because they can give us what we think we should get, and we'll be happy with that. I understand that. You're right.
I mean, and you got to understand that people mentalities. It takes people that really want to make the change. A lot of these people, it's not in them to be leaders. Not in them to innovate and change anything. It's not in them. Their main goal is to pay their bills. Mm. Just because they don't punch a clock every day don't mean that they don't. You still have a worker bee mentality. Mm. Your main goal is to pay your bills. Well, a lot of people think like that. They're not going to sacrifice anything or be willing to go all in and become a part of a collective, do something bigger. It's not in most people. Mm. Most people are just going to do whatever they got to get by until their number is called. They have still a worker bee mentality. Just because they might get paid thousands of dollars, or hundreds of thousands of dollars, or millions of dollars, they still have a worker bee mentality. You have to have the mentality to want to come together with somebody and feel like this is the greater goal and I'm all in to do it. Most people don't have that. You're going to have to get a few people that are like that, all are like-minded like that. And that is going to be very hard to do. Keep it real, especially with black people.
Yeah.
Especially with black people. And when they do try to do, you still, and then when you try to do that, you still might have the powers that be that try to interfere with that.
Right.
Because remember when Drake, Prince, Suge, Irv Gotti, they was trying to come together. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so you're hearing stories come out now about people doing things to sabotage that shit.
Right.
Doing things to sabotage it. That shit's easier said than done, man. It really is easier said than done. Switch gears for a minute, because this is something that I've heard that I wanted to talk about. Like I said, this episode is all over the place. This is a random ass episode. We just talking about a whole bunch of different stuff. I forgot the guy's name. I think he's from Philly too. He said he went to Martin Luther King High School. I forgot his name though. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. But his content started popping up on my algorithm, and I started watching it. And he said something about, holding men accountable. We gotta start holding men accountable and stuff like that. And I guess how like the community and things like that have changed. I'm like, at the end of the day, he was talking about, relationships and stuff like that and people's health and, money and all this and that stuff. I'm like, but at the end of the day, you're trying to hold men accountable. To me, this is the thing. The men that are accountable are already accountable, right? The men that get up and do the right thing, they are the men that are holding things up. The little bit of functionality that we do have is because of men like that. So the answer can't be to just go to them and ask them for more. Nah. Okay, if you go say something to somebody about why you having kids all over the place, you shouldn't do that to a man that barely got to talk to get a chick. If that is our main goal, if that's a main goal to that man, he's not going to change. He's just not. So a lot of this stuff is based on, like, if you got somebody who out here selling drugs, I can go to that person and say you shouldn't do that. And then he look at me and say, well, what I'm going to do? You going to help me? Nah, I ain't got no business. I can't help you do nothing. But you shouldn't do that. Well, how am I going to make money today? I don't know, but you shouldn't do that. They going to look at me like, nah, bro. All right, I might want to stop. What can I do to make money today? Because if I do this, I'm going to make money today right now that I need right now. You want to help me? I ain't in no position to help you. Well, then what you talking about? We keep talking about hold men accountable. Accountable for what? What you mean? Okay, hold him accountable. Okay. Still gonna keep doing what he do. The motherfuckers who ain't doing right, most of them gonna do. If you don't provide them with no opportunity, they still gonna do what they do. If you can't give a man no job, you gonna tell him stop doing this and that out in the street. Okay, you gonna give me a job? I'll do it if you give me a job. I ain't in a position to give you no job. Well then, I gotta do what I gotta do. I don't know what all that. Everybody's saying, yo man, we gotta be people accountable and all this and that and the third. And I'm like, okay, what you mean accountable? The police already hold them accountable when they run around on the street and they get caught. They gotta go to jail for that shit. If I sit there, you can't preach to people that I can't provide you with no alternative. I can say that to you, not to go out there and do nothing or get out that street. But if I can't help you in no kind of way, I'm just talking at you.
But you don't think that does help in no kind of way? If you see,
it might do some, but at the same time, some. But the most, if I can't help you do nothing right now, how far is it gonna go? Now you might talk to one or two. Now a few of them might say, yeah, he right, man. I'm gonna go out there and try to do better. But right now, if a person, it depends on your circumstance. You might listen to the person. You might be thinking about, yeah, I need to get out of here. I need to get out this street. But my refrigerator is empty right now. That's easy for you to say when your refrigerator is full and his refrigerator is empty.
I think I had a question I was going to ask you like a couple weeks back, and this kind of like stems from that. So how far are we supposed to extend our help if we can't help? Because like if the help only go as far as the conversation, how far am I supposed to extend my help? Because the only reason I say that is because if you the brother that say, can you give me a job? To me, and this is just me, because of how we are, that sound like you want me to fucking not help you. You want me to do the work for you.
No, it's not do the work for you. You want to do the work.
No,
but you don't have the opportunity.
The only reason I'm saying that is because we come from the same streets, same background, same way that I get my ass up and go to work. And
not necessarily though.
Go ahead.
Because you could have food in your refrigerator. You probably never missed a meal a day in your life. There's people out there who parents never gave a fuck about them. Everybody's situation ain't the same. You probably never missed a meal a day in your life. There's people out here who miss meals. Everybody's not the same just because we from the same place. Everybody don't got the same family support system, the same parents. Everybody don't got the same mother and father that I got. We might be in the same neighborhood. That don't mean we got the same parents. Just like my mother and father would never encourage me to sell drugs. These motherfuckers I grew up with, who parents told them to do that. That's what we do. So you can't say that. You can't say it's not the same. It's not always all the same. Just because we in the same neighborhood don't mean that we all live in the same life. We don't all have the same family. Mm-hmm. We don't all have the same support system.
Can I say we got the same opportunities?
You got the same opportunity. You got the same opportunity, but your decision making might already be different. By the time they come and say, I'm gonna go get a job, okay, well at the end of the day, you can go get a fucking job. Your job may not be enough to pay no bills. That may not be enough to pay no bills. I gotta take care of myself. A McDonald's job may not cut it. What I can get right now in the immediate future may not cut it. I need to eat right now. Like I said, it's different levels to that shit. It's not just get up and go. Yeah, you can get up and go when you're still living with your parents and your parents paying your bills. You can go to work at McDonald's. You gonna get up and go to work at McDonald's if ain't nobody gonna feed you no food in the refrigerator? If you don't put it in there? Everybody's situation is not 100% the same. I had to understand that as I like age and you start talking to people. Like some people, mom thought the shit they did. Some people, moms that did it, my mom would never do to me. My mom would just never just kick me out. Just kick me out my house. Just kick me out the house. Just kick you out the house. Oh, because my boyfriend, you don't get along with my new boyfriend, and I'm picking my new boyfriend over you, so you gotta get the fuck out. My mom would never do no shit like that to me. Some of these people went through a whole lot of shit. They don't have the same thing. They don't have the same support system. Some people don't. Some people, and that affects how they think. I gotta eat right now. What you gonna do for me right now? And a lot of people who say that, I get up and go to work. If I took everything away from you, your phone, your money, and all of that, you know what you most motherfuckers be doing? Going to the supermarket and fucking stealing. Because you will still be hungry. First thing you gonna do is go run out there and go walk around and spend all day asking people, can you go work for them? Somebody tells you no. Eventually, you're going to be fucking hungry enough that you're going to do something drastic. So you might be one of them people out there that go up in Walmart and get fucking out there stealing and arguing with the security because your ass walked in there and tried to walk out with some fucking food. Because you hungry. So a lot of people that say that, even though they get up and go to work for it, they don't understand that you are in a position where, yeah, you're not going to starve today. And you might have somebody that, if you don't have it, you might have somebody you can call or go to that you're going to eat. Some people don't have that. And then somebody might be the person you might be the go-to person in your family where everybody's fucked up. That goddamn $15 job ain't enough to feed everybody. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think of it like that. A lot of people just think that you could have went up and went to work. Well, his mom kicked him out because she chose her boyfriend over him. Your mom may not ever do that for you. Your mom ain't never probably do no shit like that. Some people just go through that. Some people just come out, parents who just didn't care about them. Some people who grew up with this, once the check fucking ran out, you gotta get the fuck out. Are you somewhere where they just beating the hell out you and abusing you? I gotta get the fuck up out of here. Everybody didn't grow up the same just because we were in the same place, mean that we grew up the same. We didn't. It didn't. Because somebody else I know said that. I said, bro, you could probably go call your mom right now. There's people whose moms is gone. They gone. They ain't got no help. Their mom is all they had. Their mother gone. Some people don't got no family. Some people got 1 million people to call. Some people don't have no people to call. So we had to think about it like that. Like you say, man, it's hard to listen to you when you ain't got no food in the refrigerator. When you gonna go home, the food in your refrigerator. You gonna eat when you hungry. I can't. So you can sit here and tell me don't do this and don't do that right now. All right, how I'm gonna eat right now? How I'm gonna eat right now? If the only job I'm gonna get right now is a Walmart job, working at Chick-fil-A. I'm working at Chick-fil-A, smiling your goddamn smiling in people's face, serving them, and I ain't making enough money to pay rent. And there's other people that's going, I got to depend on too. You might have other family members. You might have brothers, sisters, whatever. So that shit come into play too. We can't automatically just say, a lot of us had a support system, but we think we didn't because we didn't grow up rich. But that is what was the most important thing. Some people don't have that at all. People just think because we are from a certain neighborhood that we went without. No, you probably never missed a meal day in your life. I grew up with people that the only time they ate is when they went to school. Half the time they didn't even eat at home. They used to take that shit home with them. I didn't have to do nothing like that. There's people out here who've been in survival mode since they was little kids and we was little. They've been in survival mode. So everybody don't have it the way you may have it, or I had it, or somebody else may have it. 'Cause that's easy to say, man, why you out there doing that? Well, if you could not go home in your house, you could call somebody and you'll be sleeping on somebody's, another family member's bed, a friend or something like that. There's people that don't have none of that. So you got to think of it like that too. If I got to eat now, what I'm going to do? If I took all my money away from me, and I got to eat today, what am I going to do? What you going to do? So think about that the next time y'all drive past somebody that's out there with a sign that say, help homeless. Because that person is probably trying to not have to go do nothing wrong to get the money. But you don't think about that. You just blow right past the person. But when that same person come and go get a gun from somebody and put a gun in your face and rob your goddamn ass, well, why didn't you go get a job? Well, I need it right now. I ain't got a job right now, but I'm hungry right now. Or I might gotta walk in the supermarket and go in there and try to steal something out of the supermarket because I'm fucking starving. I'm starving right now. Think about how long it takes you to get a fucking job in life. It's time in life where you can get, that shit's luck of the draw. It's time in life you can get a job a day or two. It's time you might go months and can't find it and nobody hires you. And that's if you don't got a criminal record. So you gotta think, people gotta think about that. People just automatically think, yo, man, we from the same. No, we not grow up the same just because we all from the same place, same neighborhood. We didn't all grow up the same. We did not. And I'm very thankful. I told my father that the other day. I said I'm blessed to have the parents that I had. Because the way some of these, my friends grew up, my parents would never treat me like that or do that to me. I'm going to call my father right now. If I told him I'm hungry, he'll tell me come get something to eat. Some people do not have that. If I call my mother right now until I was hungry, she'd tell me, bring your ass over so you can eat. Some people that don't have that. So we can't just automatically say, yo, I did it, you can do it. Well, your parents care, your family care about you. And you got a family to begin with. Some people don't have nobody. Like, God damn, you be hearing people's stories, you be feeling sorry for them. Like, God damn, my mom would never do that to me. My mom would never kick me out the house. I can go home. I'm 44 years old now. I need to go move with my mother and my father. They will let me. There's people that if they need them, their parents wouldn't even let them move in with them. They'd be fucking homeless before their parents fucking help them. But you know, people got to think about that. Everybody's circumstances is not the same just because we all in the same place. You know what I mean? That's when I started thinking of it like that. And I started thinking like all the people that I grew up with that. Now you know that survival mode. The way they thought when we was kids. Like the way they were just quick to just steal shit. They would go in the store and just steal. And they mind was on trying to figure out how to make money even as kids. Your mind is on playing. Their mind is on figure out, and you understand it now that their mind was on trying to survive. I ain't gonna have nothing. I ain't eat nothing yet. I only came to school to eat. What I'm gonna eat later. When we go in this store, you gonna buy something. I ain't got no money. I'm gonna fucking steal, because if I don't steal, I ain't gonna have nothing to eat later on today. And now that I think about that, I'm like, damn, when he was growing up, it was motherfuckers I was already in survival mode. Because ain't nobody in their house gonna feed them. Their mom ain't worried about them. Their grandma not worried about them. And whoever taking care ain't worrying about them. So, you gotta think of it like that. You gotta think of it like that too before you just automatically judge somebody. I don't know how they, I don't know what their circumstances are. I don't know how they grew up. We can't just automatically think that everybody got a family. A lot of people that got family, y'all take that shit for granted. Now, I mean, a lot of y'all phone ring and y'all see it's y'all mom, that shit get on y'all nerves. There's people that mom's is gone. They ain't gonna never talk to their mom again. People that ain't gonna never talk to their father again. And y'all take that shit for granted. That's somebody that you can call if you need something. That's somebody you call to talk to. Somebody that care about calling you. It's some people that don't get no phone call from nobody. Don't nobody care about them. So people gotta think of it like that. So when I started thinking of it like that, that kind of changed my perspective. It's not just, yo, I can get up and go to work and you could too. Well, from a fucking child, he been worrying about himself, and his mentality is, I need money now today. So people that's out there, you know what I mean, try to work y'all way up out of that, but I have more of an understanding than that. A lot of people just quick to say that, but some of y'all don't realize how good y'all got it. But y'all think that people think they don't have it good because you grew up in the hood. You don't have it good. Trust me. You wouldn't go without eating if you didn't have no money. You would call somebody and somebody in your family would feed you. Some people don't have that. Some people, if they ain't got no money, they gonna get desperate. They thought it's gonna be, I might have to go fucking try to rob somebody, God forbid. I might have to go out there and try to steal something from a damn store. You ain't never have to make that. A lot of y'all never had to make that type of choice of decision. And I'm blessed that I never had to. Because some people out there thinking right now. Just like I seen people, one time the other day, I gave somebody money because the dude was in there digging through the trash. I'm like, don't eat out the trash. You know what I mean? He was like, I'm hungry. I just gave him some money just because I seen him digging in the trash. And I thought like, damn, I ain't never have to do nothing like that in my life. So, anyway, man, we're going to wrap this joint up. Like I said, this joint was all over the place, man. You got something to say before we get up out of here, man?
No.
Nah, yeah, man. Please like, rate, review, share, subscribe. I have no idea what we gonna call this one because it's all over the place. We didn't even get to. See, that's why people be like, y'all need to banter. The banter turns into the goddamn whole episode. Yeah. That's why we don't banter and go back and forth. Right. Because now it just turned into the whole episode. Didn't even talk about what we wanted to talk about. That's why we don't do that. That's why we get straight to the point. Right. You just be all over the place. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, appreciate the love. Like I said, man, please continue to rock with us, man. Like I said, I got time. I gotta learn. I gotta learn this computer. I appreciate y'all being interested in what I'm trying to do, the show that I'm trying to do, man. But I'm gonna keep it already real. I gotta learn this computer, the ins and outs of this computer, man. I ain't too computer savvy, so I gotta try to figure this computer out. So when I get on there, I know what I'm doing. I have an idea of what I'm doing. And then, we can get to talking and go back and forth and, interact with y'all and all that. But anyway, man, other than that, I'm done with that, man. I'm done with this one. Like I said, I ain't got no clue what we going to call this one. It was all over the place. But thank y'all for listening.
And we out, y'all. Peace.